Hey, Chris's House fans. We are in Chris's house. This is my house. Huh? See, we're having fun. Any second, I know, like, it's like, okay, I'm going to just have fun with this. Every time I hear, like, the same door chime I have, it's like a slight amount of, and I'm saying this very respectfully, so please don't go all PC on me and freak out, but I get a little PTSD. It's like, huh, like there's someone coming in my store. I mean, well, I'm in some other store in some country. You know, they don't explain to you when you have, and I'm going to get to some stuff in a minute here, but they don't explain when you have your own business that there's a lot of fun little nuances to it. You know, like, you know, sometimes you have to put a back in 5 minutes sign on and go to the washroom, or you know, you don't get to eat your lunch till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then, you know, or there's a lot of fun things, but the doorbell is like always one of those, huh? What? Is someone here? So anyways, I'm like half expecting like some customer to come in while I'm doing the video. And I actually like doing videos at home. I think we're gonna do more of them because I can focus a little bit more. See how I'm not focusing on what I want to do the video on and rambling? It's a lot of fun, right? Okay, I want to show you some cool stuff that's not RC related today, but we're gonna have some fun, okay? We're gonna talk about some diecast. We're gonna talk about some models real quick. I've been a diecast collector for my whole life. Ever since I was a child, I saved a lot of cars from when I was a kid, and I've been buying them recently, spending sometimes way too much on a car and sometimes getting really good deals. And, you know, diecast collecting is almost, if you do it right, you can almost zero sum it, which means like, you know, I bought lots of things for like $100 for like 20, 30 cars. And I'm like, I really only wanted these 5 or 6. And then you sell the rest of the cars and maybe you make back like 95 or maybe you make back 120, and you give people fair prices, you split it all out, and then all of a sudden, you know, another neat thing too is like I give some away or I give some to some kids. We have a bin and we'll give your child this, you know, when I say child, like you come in and you've got, you know, 8 grandchildren, you want 8 cars. I don't know, maybe we'll do that for you. But you come in, your child's like 40 years old because it's your child. Well, too freaking bad. You got a bank card, you're buying the 99-cent card. We have a bin of cars and we love giving them to kids. It's a lot of fun. So I had my friend Chris G go, hey man, I found something you might like. And these Majorette 4x4 little, you know, this is the big mutter. It's a Jeep Wagoneer, very cool. He brought this in for me and I was like tickled pink. And, you know, and if I ever see like a Volkswagen thing, I'm like, oh, cool, you're going to like it, you know, and I'll get him a bug or whatever. So anyways, it's a really cool hobby, you know. I probably do more diecast than I do RC lately. Every year is a little bit different. RC is going to bang off so freaking hard this fall and winter. I'm pretty sure we're not even ready for it. We've had the busiest summer ever with RC. I love it. I'll get to that later, okay? And this is a modern rendition. This is a car you can go and buy at your, you know, local wherever. Sometimes we get the car, sometimes we don't. This is a green light, and it's a, forget the series, the Kings of Crunch, I think, series. This is a 1/64th model, but as you can see, like the tires are a little smaller. You know, it's more of a scale miniature model. This car, I know I can take this, whip it across the room, and it'll come back for more. This thing, maybe we're gonna break an axle out of it. More for an adult collector, more for an everybody collector, but, you know, my daughter saw it. She's like, ooh, that's what she does. Like, it's like if you and I saw like a, I don't know, what is everyone like? What's one thing? Oh, you're walking by somewhere and you see a pizza. It's like brand new and it's like on a bench and you're like, okay, I'm being punked here, something's wrong with it. But the first instinct you have is like, ooh, I want to eat that pizza, right? That's how I feel when I see, well, when she feels when she sees a green monster truck. Okay, let's move on. I built a couple of kits and I want to give you guys a couple little insights. We've had guys request us to do a little bit of insight on plastic. So on here we've got in the MPC Deserter. I thought it was just dessert. When you open it up, it was going to be like an ice cream sundae or something. It was not. It was a plastic model, which I was also excited to see. This is the Aoshima Hilux double cab lift up. In Canada or America, I think you would say it would be a lifted double cab Hilux, but lift up, we all get it. And I'm reading it backwards on the camera. It's pretty cool. Box art. This is called 10 out of 10 box art. This is perfect box art. This is good. Slightly cheesy. This is 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Very cool. So I want to give you some pros and cons of each model. I spent a lot of time building models, and I'm going to actually give you some insight on some tools and some things I've used too that I've discovered, which is pretty cool. So the MPC, and like physically it is a larger truck because in real life it is a larger truck. I don't really have a shrink ray, so I can take a real one and say how exactly accurate it is, but I've had a few of these trucks. This one here is probably more reliable than I think the 3 of them I had. And, oh. You know who that is? I think that's my daughter, Lucy. She's gonna commit. Watch this, watch this. This is a test, everybody. Hi! Hi! Which truck do you like up here the best? Did you have fun at the park? Which one do you like? Watch, wow. Watch. What's she gonna go for? Uh-oh, okay. Oh, wait, I'm wrong. She went for the white one. Oh, wait, it's not over yet. Have you guys ever seen those Godzilla movies when there's a big animal and they're Can you help me out here? And they come in and attack the city? This is it. Lucy, do you want to say hi in the video? Come here. So here you go, everybody. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek here. This is Lucy. Say hi, Lucy. Hi. Hi. Okay, that's fun. All right. Family. Oh, we're still getting used to this camera here. Okay, now Lucy, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. You're gonna go with Mommy, okay? She's a million degrees. Oh. Well, maybe we'll get to finish this video. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so. And Christina's trying to be so quiet doing all this. It's really nice. It's good. So we've got these 2 trucks here. And I want to kind of give you the comparison here, okay? So when we're talking about the Deserter here, this is a square body Chevy, very good. I think it has really good attention to detail. Building this was a little frustrating. I got to tell you, there was a lot of stuff I had to cut, file, sand, lots of extra flashing, lots of little kind of stuff to do. There were some parts, as far as parts strength, I felt that this was a pretty good, durable model. And like if you're bending, sanding something, you don't have to be super duper careful, okay? I know, super duper patented, okay? Now, this has a removable hood, and it has wonderful... Oh, and if you're wondering too, Lucy fell and hit her little head, so I'm sure the comments will be like, what happened to your daughter's head? Nah, I didn't hit her with an RC car or nothing. So, anyways, beautiful engine bay. You got your brake booster, you got your coolant reservoir tank, really cool overflow tank. Really, really rad. I love the detail on the front of the truck with the winch, and, I think I painted the little... It's not actually license worn, but I just put the little W on there, which is pretty cool. In the back, you've got... And I think these... Yeah, they did have separate... And I think they might have been red. I don't know if I painted these. But, really cool model. I like it. A lot of really cool detail I did in the interior. Fin finish was pretty good. I'm gonna say you're probably gonna get that 6 or 7 out of 10. Now, I know someone out there was like, oh, you might not know what you're doing. You're right, I probably don't, because these are the first 2 models I built since I was Lucy's age. Not quite. I was about 8, 9. Problem is when you're 8 and 9, I didn't know a lot about cars. I always liked cars, so you're like, what's a radiator? I don't know, I'll paint it yellow. The only thing what colors are is you can paint the outside of the car any color you want. Tires are black, and that's about it, So I look back at some of my old models, and it's so as you get older, it's fun with this hobby because, it's a real time killer. It's great to do at night, and, you have a little bit more literacy about, freaking vehicles. Now, the Aoshima Kit, very, very cool. Moving wheels. Awesome for doing pictures, making it look more realistic. Love all the little lenses. These are a little trickier to put in, but they actually fit in like a glove. Fit and finish on this, I might actually give this a 10. And I don't give 10s out like candy. If you guys have seen my my RC videos, the revered 10 is very, very rare. I don't know if I've ever given it out. Plastic models, this is the closest thing to a 10 I've ever seen. And again, limited knowledge base there, okay? But you have this nice flip down tailgate, and I didn't put this rear bumper support down low enough, so it only opens up so far. That's oops on my end, okay? And I used a flat rubber black in here, but it actually smoothed out really nice. It was kind of textured before. One thing with paint too, and again, this is painting for dummies here, okay? You want to make sure the paint can's warm. You want to make sure the environment is warm. Yeah, minimal humidity. And when I say warm, over 15 degrees. And I have a little spray booth I made out of cardboard. And by spray booth, I mean I do it in my garage with the door open, so it's not like I've got like a fan or anything in there. I did not use primer on either model. And I know for some of you guys out there, it's like, oh man, that is awful. You know what? I'm gonna try some primers on some new ones. We just got some new Tamiya primers in, and I know Mr. Hobby makes a lot of nice primers as well. I don't like primers because they sometimes take away from the detail, especially louvers around like where the ducts are on like near your dashboard on the front of your truck. I'm sorry, I don't have the correct terminology for that. And sometimes it can fill in like line gaps and stuff, like, you know, in your doors. I'm gonna, and I used a PS, I think it was an 18 metallic purple, which is a paint actually for RC, and I used that, and I hit it with a Spazstix clear. You know, and I know it's a little untraditional, but I wanted to do it that way, and then and it worked out good. And I'm still learning too. And we all are. You know, so this is actually a black with a lame flake. Really hard to get that color to come out right now, but when the sun hits it, it freaking pops. It's a beautiful, fun, funky paint, you know. So this turned out really good as well, and I just have this in a cabinet. One thing I like with the Aoshima models, though, is that it's actually full enclosed, so you don't have to worry about dust getting inside. Very, very cool. This actually came with a roll bar. I chose not to install it, and I think as I'm looking at the MPC kit, I might have wanted to do that. So that was maybe a little bit, but like, you know, when I had to fit all the plastic pieces in, like especially your leaf packs on these little lift blocks, it was not exactly fun. You know, it was okay, but there was a lot of like, you know, ambitious gluing in there. I want to talk about a couple of tools. And I like both those models. I'd build another MPC model, and I would build another Aoshima model any day. So, pen vise. Awesome tool. I don't know why I haven't had one. You know, like, imagine being 50 years old and discovering WD-40 for the first time. It's like, what? Like, literally, you become dumbfounded. This was a little tool that I was like, why don't I have this? This is a trumpeter models kit, so you know this costs maybe $5 more than the stuff you're gonna buy direct online kind of thing. I do like buying official branded tools. I don't know. I feel better. I feel if there's a likelihood of something to break off and go through my finger or into something, it'd be less likely with a branded tool. I could be totally wrong. So it comes with this little cool Allen little wrench here, and you just back this little set screw off, grub screw, pop it out, and then you have all these different drill bits. And I use this for the windshield wiper placement, and this is the first time I've had a kit with windshield wipers. And I know it's probably comical for you guys, but this is coming from a novice, and I'm going to say novice intermediate builder. And again, there's always stuff to learn, okay? Always, for all of us, okay? And another thing, get ready for the laugh meter. Tamiya, I think it's called. I don't know if it's thin. No, this is just the regular Tamiya cement. This face, you see it? This is the face of somebody who should have discovered this 20 years ago. It has a 6-sided, which is a hexagonal. I think that's a hex, right? So when you want to open it, you do this. You have lots of grip force, and then you can easily twist off. And I got glue all over the outside of the thing, and this is like knurled, or ridged, so you can easily open it up. And there's a brush in it. It's amazing. Those little tubes of glue, I hate them now. I actually hate them. Like, I'm gonna have all my stockings up for Christmas for the kids and Christina and I, and the one for the dog, and I'm gonna have one for the glue manufacturer, and I'm gonna put coal in it, okay? For testers. I'm like, poo-poo on you, okay? This is wonderful glue. I don't know why, and it holds better. It just works great. Instructions for both kits. I'm going to just talk about real quick. The instructions for the MPC were okay. They were meh. All right. The instructions for the Aoshima kit were almost too detailed, but they were better. Okay. If you guys want advice on, and here's another thing too, but besides, you know, if you're going between these two kits, now there's another brand I love more than either, and that's Tamiya, and I believe Tamiya make the best overall kit out there, especially for finding them, value, the whole nine. This Aoshima kit, if you want something, and I'm a huge Toyota fan, I love Toyota, and I love GM square bodies, even though I had a few of them, and man, did they suck. They were awful. I had one, and just give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can find it here for you guys. Oh man, you want a trip down memory lane? I'm actually gonna skip that photo. Look at this, was a little extra chunky Chris here with my Clodbuster. Look at that. That's OG, ain't it? In my parents' house back in the, oh geez, this would have been, I would have been 17, 18. So yeah, and that's with my Clodbuster. Super fun. So there's another one in there too, even more embarrassing. I wonder if I have a picture of the truck. Yeah, so I had a really nice GM pickup, and I rolled the beast. I rolled it. I had a cap in it. Just absolutely smashed this thing. And this happened years ago. I can't give you full details on it, but basically, I was lucky to be alive. Okay, there was, you see the crease in the roof there. I actually had a 4x4 post right across the entire roof. I was lucky to make it, but you know what? I think, you know, the higher forces above were like, Chris, you need to go forth. You need to open a hobby store and, you know, share your hobby experiences with the world. And look, now I'm entertaining tens of you on YouTube, so it's a lot of fun. Okay, guys, that's it. I know it's a little bit of a departure from what we normally do with RC. We're going to be mixing it up a little bit on the channel. We're going to be having some fun, and we're going to be showing you different stuff, okay? Different stuff, because there's a lot of great hobbies out there, and I love RC. RC has always been I do it so often. I work on them all the time. It's like the mechanic with the $1,000 car. He drives a $1,000 car because he just don't care, okay? I think I have more fun with plastic models now because I do RC, you know, 40-something hours a week, so the plastic is a little bit of a departure. Diecast is super easy to collect. It's super fun that you can find them at yard sales. I find stuff for my kids all the time. I take the ones I want first, and then I give the rest to them, okay? And they find them and destroy them. It's a lot of fun. So, but plastic models you can find at yard sales, you can find at swap meets. It's great. It's more of a time commitment thing, you know, but it's good. If you have questions about models, if you have and again, I don't know everything. You know, I knew everything when I was like 5 years old. Apparently, that's what my mom tells me. But I don't know everything. But if you have questions, you need advice, you can come into our shop. You can call us. We can mail you out kits. If you're in Canada, it's easy for us to mail you stuff. We'll get you all set. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment nicely, because if you don't, we just block you. It's a lot of fun. YouTube is challenging. I see a lot of people, a lot of guys I follow that have powerful, fun channels, and they go on there and just complain about people leaving negative stuff. We just ignore it and get you out of there. So keep it positive, keep it fun, okay, guys? So MPC, good. Aoshima, extra good. Majorette cars that your friends find for you, good. Lucy coming in and destroying things? I don't know. Well, I got another 20 years of that. Okay, guys, have a great day. Enjoy.